everyone. Welcome to this wealthmanagement.com Fast Chat. I'm Shannon Rossick. I'm joined by John Ripple, Senior Vice President of Investments and Senior Financial Advisor at Wells Fargo Advisors. John, thank you so much for joining me.
Shannon, I'm honored. Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and just dive right in. Can you tell us a bit about your practice?
Sure. I lead a national practice headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. Most of my clients live in the Southeast with ties to Atlanta, but I have clients from California, New York, all over. I specialize in serving two types of clients: business owners with at least 5 million in current liquidity, and or are expecting a liquidity event like the sale of a business within the next 18 to 24 months. And I also serve nonprofit organizations with at least 10 million in endowment assets. And I found out that I work very well with these two types of clients, and I could add the most value to them.
Well, this is going to be the hardest question you get this entire conversation, but can you share your career journey with us? When you became an advisor, when and why you chose Wells Fargo Advisors, and how you ultimately advanced and evolved your practice since joining.
Oh, sure. Would love to. I began my career in 1991 with Merrill Lynch at the age of 23. So this is all I've ever done. Back then, we were very transaction driven, and we were called stockbrokers and advised clients on what stocks and bonds to buy or sell. I left Merrill Lynch in 1999 to be an institutional trader, which was a goal of mine at the time. The institutional business was very transactional. Even more so than the advisory business, or excuse me, not the advisory business, but my time at Merrill Lynch. And while relationships are always important, they're much less important in institutional business as compared to wealth management. So consequently, I transitioned back into the wealth management business, serving in 2004, and joined the Wachovia Private Bank, which provided wealth management services to clients with over $5 million. I left Wachovia in 2008 to join U.S. Trust, which was Bank of America's private bank. And in 2016, I came to Wells Fargo's private bank from U.S. Trust. So over my career, I've been advising wealthy families and institutions going on for over 30 years now. And it's been all based here in Atlanta. I've evolved my practice and my career numerous times, but the most significant and impactful change has been my mindset around asset management and investment planning. Over time, I realized that I wasn't that good at picking stocks, and that clients really needed and wanted investment planning advice and counsel, not necessarily the individual picking stocks in the details of the portfolio management from me. So I decided to outsource the asset management part of my practice to expert money managers that the Wells Fargo Investments Institute screens and allows on our platform. And I focus on getting to know my clients, serving them, and understand the issues and bringing solutions to them that they're really worried about. The investment returns are just the tools that help finance the life events that my clients really care about. And so I need my clients where they are and focus on what they're worried about, not just what I'm worried about. So the Wells Fargo Investment Institute and our platform allows me to do that very, very well and very efficiently.
Well, I have to chuckle a little bit at your self-awareness when you said that you weren't good at picking stocks, but you certainly, found your expertise. So
Yes.
incredible journey. But I have to ask, was there anything Wells Fargo Advisors was able to deliver for your practice and your clients that other firms just couldn't?
Oh, absolutely. 80% of all the firms on the street, wirehouses, RIAs, do 80% of the same stuff. Every firm that you talk to ought to have a good asset management platform, can buy and sell stocks and bonds for you. Wells Fargo Advisors has really invested in providing the really world-class platforms that offers the flexibility for me to manage my practice any way I see fit. From the client management platform to the investment management and advisory money managers that we use to private equity, they all support me very, very well in me trying to add value to my clients. The platform, the investment manager platform, allows me to automate a lot of the client outreach to leverage my time. And so a lot of emails and client touches can be automated. Also, just one example of that is our head strategist, Daryl Cronk, leads monthly conference calls that clients can participate in. It's the second Wednesday of every month. And basically, he and his investment strategy team give us their best thinking on a monthly basis, and really allows clients direct access to one of the best minds on Wall Street and the person who leads their investment strategy. So it's great access that I leverage from our clients. And also, when another great thing the Wells Fargo Investment Institute does is they provide timely call. So when, for example, when the market was very, very volatile in 2020 during the pandemic, they were having break-in calls almost daily to give clients, basically explain why the market is volatile and to help our clients get comfortable with that volatility. All volatility isn't necessarily bad. It's understanding that's a part of, you can't get good returns without volatility. So a lot of what the institute does and helps me pass on to my clients is providing great timely market perspectives, and within a historical relationship, a historical perspective, to give our clients a good feeling that while history doesn't repeat itself, it rhymes, and we could take knowledge from the past to make decisions about the future. So it's great. Some of the other platforms that Wells Fargo offers is the flexibility for me to manage my practice any way I see fit. Like, for example, I don't plan on doing this, but I could transition to I could start Rip Hole Wealth Management tomorrow and be an independent advisor and still stay and have access to the same platforms that advisors like myself that are with Wells Fargo Advisors use. And so it's tremendous flexibility to lead your practice any way you see fit for the betterment and for the benefit of your clients. So it's very, very powerful, and it's a great platform.
And you alluded to it earlier that you deal with larger clients who have more complex needs than probably, simple estate planning and retirement services. So what are the keys to meeting those needs, and how has Wells Fargo Advisors equipped you to support clients, especially as their financial needs evolve?
Sure. Well, Wells Fargo Advisors invested in the people and resources that allow me to serve 5 million plus clients, and provide them with tremendous added value. While my minimum is 5 million, my median relationship size is 12 million, and my largest 3 relationships are over 50 million each. And while Wells Fargo Advisors provides clients full private banking services and a team that includes a wealth strategist who is our tax expert, a trust officer that is an expert in all things trust and estate. We have an estate planning expert that works with not only the trust officer and the tax expert to provide detailed estate planning advice. We can do everything for a client. In fact, one of the value propositions that I offer to clients is we can get them 80% of the way there to having a full estate plan, so that all they need to do is call an attorney to get the documents drawn up, which is much less costly and a bigger value proposition than going directly to the attorney. We have a dedicated portfolio manager. Each of our portfolio managers is a CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst, which is they are all institutional money managers but they do it for individuals. So it provides it's a great disciplined and professional portfolio management and investment management experience. We have private bankers and credit specialists that their whole job is to make the banking and transactional part of a client's life, which is extremely important. And sometimes a difference maker, because that's what the clients need and do and work with every day, to make that seamless and very, very, and a very easy process. And credit specialists, the client needs a loan, line of credit, mortgage, anything like that. We have dedicated folks that are experts in their fields that help our clients, meet their financial needs, not just their investment management needs, but their credit needs. We try to look at the whole balance sheet as one and then make it all work in concert. Another example is I have access to world-class software that helps me provide network statements. Every one of our clients they receive a network statement from me a couple of times a year, really an update every time we meet. Financial projections, if they're buying a second or third house or a boat or a plane or anything like that, I can project that out if they're selling their business. We have access to a ton of resources that Wells Fargo has invested in that we can leverage to meet the needs of high net worth clients.
Well, I can certainly see how those services alone have really transformed how you serve your clients. But are there any other resources beyond table stakes investment strategies and solutions that you're able to provide to clients?
Oh, absolutely. So in addition to the private banking team support and the asset management platform, I offer clients a great private equity and private credit solutions and alternative investments. We have a world-class platform with vetted money managers, some of the biggest in the world that we have access to. We also have dedicated access through Wells Fargo, where your client can only get access to certain funds through Wells Fargo, and sometimes for a certain period of time. So we'll have access to a new fund from whoever, and it'll be solely offered through Wells Fargo for the first 6 months or first year. And so they're tremendous. And then our team is constantly upgrading the money managers and searching for the best money managers and the best solutions to benefit our clients. So it's a great platform. We also have access, most of my clients are business owners. We have access to the commercial bank. Many of my clients need loans and financing for their core business. Well, we're a bank. That's core to what we do. We have complete access, and it's my job. Once they bring me a need, I introduce them to the right people in the commercial bank to get those needs done. The investment bank, if our client ever decides to sell, like this other client is not using us to sell their business, but I've had a few other clients that have used Wells Fargo's investment bank to sell their business. It's been a great platform, and it's been a great experience for them and a successful one. We're one of the largest insurance brokers in the country. So we have if many times clients with detailed estate plans and large estate plans need an insurance solution to help finance their estate planning when they pass. We offer clients great rates on that. So we have a lot of all of the services that a wealthy client may need, we can offer them within Wells Fargo. And if I can't offer it directly, I have partners throughout the bank that would love to be of service.
And you mentioned briefly the topic of M&A, which just continues to dominate headlines. Growth has become the four-letter word in our industry. But how important is inorganic growth to firms these days? And should advisors be looking towards book acquisition as a way to really jumpstart practice growth?
Oh, I would recommend it. I certainly am. And it's a great way to grow your practice. If you look at the demographics, the average age of advisors in the United States is around 65, and it's aging rapidly. And so that's going to translate into a tremendous opportunity for advisors to transition, just like what we see in small businesses. There's a wave of transitioning small businesses. Well, we're small businesses, and so it's the same process. And Wells Fargo specifically saw this need and sees it, and they've developed tremendous financing and financing programs that allow advisors to buy other books and other businesses, and they will finance it with great terms. And because they understand the business, they understand the power of it. So it's a great strategy that I am actively looking at, and through Wells Fargo makes it very easy. And at the same time, I am going to grow, but when it's time for me to sell my business, they're going to finance the next person buying me out. And so it's a fantastic way to build your business and then know that you'll have an exit strategy when and if you ever want to take it.
So, what advice then would you give to an advisor who is considering the next step in their career, especially in today's landscape?
Oh, wow. So I believe in the current environment of constant news and information that wisdom and advice is more important than ever. It used to be that news and getting a ticker or news on the company was the commodity, was valuable. Now it's not valuable at all. Everybody has access to it walking around. What they don't have is the wisdom and perspective of years and years of watching the capital markets and the history of the market, and that type of advice that I provide to my clients with the help of the Wells Fargo Investment Institute and our private banking leaders and our trust officers and wealth strategists and the whole team. I think that's what clients really benefit from and appreciate and value. And it allows those clients to focus their time on what they do best, which is running their businesses, and then outsource the personal financial needs to trusted advisors. And so I think it's going to be even more important going forward. And the great thing about Wells Fargo is it has the resources, it's provided me with the resources to meet my clients where they are and to meet their needs. And from a career and advice point of view, I would just advise advisors to look at where they want to be 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now and start working towards that end today. For many years, I was the youngest advisor in the room, and now somehow I'm the oldest, and it creeps up on you, and you don't see it coming. And so I am living the practice that I wanted to have 20 years ago, 30 years ago when I first started. And so I'm very honored and I love it. I have no intentions of leaving anytime soon because it's just getting good. So.
Well, I love to hear it. And like you said, no time like the present. John, thank you so much for your insights today.
No, I'm honored. Thank you, Shannon. Appreciate it.